The school system was never made to educate you. Since the day you were born, they told you that school was where you would learn, where you'd be prepared for the real world. But what if I told you it was never about learning? What if I told you the school system was built not to educate you, but to break you, to turn you into a compliant, obedient cog in a machine that feeds off your labor and crushes your spirit? The origins they never teach you. The modern school system didn't fall from the sky as a gift for humanity. It was designed, engineered during the Industrial Revolution. Not by philosophers, not by visionaries, but by factory owners and governments. Why? Because they needed workers. Not thinkers, not creators, workers. People trained to sit still for 8 hours, follow instructions without question, and repeat the same mind-numbing tasks without complaint. That's why classrooms look like factories, rows of desks, bells telling you when to start, when to stop, when you're allowed to eat, when you're allowed to speak. They didn't teach you to think, they taught you to obey. How they condition you. Every lesson in school, spoken or unspoken, is designed to train submission. You're told there's always one right answer, that questioning authority equals trouble, that your value is measured by grades, meaningless letters and numbers that determine whether you're smart or stupid. And worst of all, they teach you to fear failure, even though failure is the only way real humans learn and grow. By the time you leave, you're trained to think like a worker bee, show up on time, follow orders, don't challenge the system, and pray someone hires you to trade your life away by the hour. What they hide from you. Notice what they never teach you: how to manage money, how to build a business, how to understand power, psychology, or how the economy really works. They don't want you financially free, because financially free people can't be controlled. They don't want you thinking critically, because critical thinkers question corruption and lies. Instead, they fill your head with dates, formulas, and trivia you'll never use, just to keep you too busy to notice how much of your life they're stealing. Why this system still exists. You might think, surely it's changed by now. But look around. Kids today sit in the same desks, taught the same way, following the same outdated model created over 150 years ago, because it still serves its purpose, producing obedient citizens and loyal consumers. And now, with technology, the system doesn't just stop at school. Your phone, your feeds, your entertainment, it's an endless classroom reinforcing the same lesson. Obey, consume, repeat. And what's the result? A world full of people who can recite history dates but can't spot the patterns of control repeating today. People who can solve algebra equations but can't figure out how to escape their paycheck-to-paycheck cage. People who work 40, 50, 60 hours a week and still believe the lie that this is freedom. They built a world where being a slave is called being a good citizen. And worst of all, most people defend the very system that keeps them chained, because they were taught from childhood that obedience is virtue and questioning is danger. The choice. So, what do? You break the programming, you unlearn the lies, you start reading the books they never told you about, studying the skills they never wanted you to know, money, influence, freedom. You build your own mind before someone else builds it for you. The school system was never made to educate you, it was made to control you. The question is, will you keep living like their student, or finally start learning for yourself?